Hey Siri, turn on all the lights.
Coming right up.
Pretty cool. Today I'm showing you how to use smart home devices to change the entire feeling of your home by changing just one thing: lights. Hey, how's it going everyone? Today we're talking about the Philips Hue Starter Kit, and we're going to touch upon hardware, software, and I'm going to tell you at the end 2 issues that I had with this particular kit. Let's start with what you get out of the box. You will have 3 light bulbs, 1 hub, and 1 remote control, as well as the cables and the chargers and all that good stuff. Let's take a second to talk about the hub. Technically, the hub allows you to connect up to 50 Philips Hue devices. And it also saved my life because when I first switched to a mesh network, all my smart home devices started creating all these problems because they weren't compatible with 5G. Only the Philips Hue light strip that I have here, that you're not seeing right now, made it through the transition to a mesh network, and the hub was to thank for it. You will need to connect this via an Ethernet cable to your home router, and it will allow you to connect all your lights through your mobile phone using either Siri or Alexa or Google. And if you use Philips Smart Home app, then you will have much more flexibility, which we'll get into in a second. The remote comes with a magnetic mount. You can use the mount to stick it on the wall and use it as a plain button. And you can pick it up anytime and use it as a remote. The top button allows you to turn everything on or off. The Hue button allows you to change between scenes, and these are the dimmers. And that's about it. It's pretty easy to use. Now this is particularly good when we have visitors at home and we don't want to give them access to our iHome. We just give them the remote and they can control whatever, however they like it. The starter kit comes with 3 light bulbs, and I think that's actually a pretty good number to create an ambiance in your home and to start your smart lighting journey. One thing I observed is that hues look much better when used on standing lights than they look on the ceiling lights. I had actually changed this light with a smart light bulb, but I never managed to create a good feeling with it. So I switched that one with a regular light bulb and I used the smart one at the hallway. Now why did I do that? And let's use this as a segue to our next chapter, which is software. The Philips Hue software is really good, and it will allow you to get a lot of flexibility. One thing you can do, if you're willing to share your location of course, is to have your lights come on as soon as you approach home. Now the app is pretty easy to use. You can create different rooms or zones, and these are different combination of lights that you can control from one single location. Now let's go with the living room and let's try different scenes that the Philips Hue already offers. So this is the Soho one, Valley Dawn, Tropical Twilight, Tyrell. This is the one I use for filming. And you'll see that there's an almost endless gallery of lights you can try. You have flower-inspired lights. You have scenery-inspired lights. You have plenty of options. Of course, you might have noticed that there are some lights that are not changing. These are lights that I'm using for filming. They are not part of the Philips Hue ecosystem. And there's also one light that you're not seeing here, which is a Philips Hue outdoor strip. And I'll definitely make a video to tell you why I'm using an outdoor light strip inside. So make sure to subscribe so as not to miss that video. Now let's dig in the app a little bit more. Let's go to automations, and here we have a couple of options. Wake up with light is pretty self-explanatory. You can use your lights as an alarm. Go to sleep will dim your lights up to a certain hour, after which it will completely turn them off to help you ease into sleep. Leaving your home will help you forget about turning your lights off when you're leaving your home because it will turn them off automatically. Timer is, I don't know why you would use it, but you can use your lights as a timer and they will blink as soon as the time is up. And under custom, you can use different days of the week to create different patterns. You can have your lights come on at sunset and have your lights come off at sunrise, for instance. Now the sync part is pretty fun. You can use your Spotify account to sync your lights. Unfortunately, and for some reason, they do not support Apple Music. If you have a Philips Hue Play, you can attach it to your television and have the lights sync with whatever you're watching. Or you can sync with your computer, and especially if you're gaming, you can have the entire house sync with your game, which sounds very fun at first, but if you're playing a very fast-paced game like Fortnite, the lights will switch very fast and it's almost epileptic. Now, one of my favorite parts about these lights and the Philips Hue is that because it syncs with Apple and Siri, you can use your Apple Watch to control your lights. Hey Siri, turn off all the lights.
Understood. Request sent.
If you watched all the way until the end, I'm gonna keep my promise and share the 2 issues I've had with the starter kit. Now, the first issue was when I first tried to pair this little remote with my phone. The documents that come with the box make it seem so seamless and smooth when trying to pair this, but that wasn't the case, and a quick Google search showed me that I wasn't the only one. Now, if you're having issues pairing your remote, what you'll have to do is to open the battery compartment in the back side of the remote, and there, on top of your battery, you will see a small button that you might need a pry tool to access, and you'll have to press that for a couple of seconds. And then you'll see an orange and green light blinking, and then you'll try to pair your remote with your phone. But it might take a few tries. For me, it did, and it was frustrating, but eventually it worked. Now it works perfectly. Second issue I had was about breaking the habits I had turning on my lights. I had the habit of coming in, pushing the button to turn on the lights, but with a smart light bulb that won't work. And you rarely think of picking up your phone and turning your light on before entering your home. The way I've solved this was to use the wall mount, and I placed it somewhere near the hallway. And now, when I come in, I just press the on button to light up the entire house, which is simpler, but it takes some time to break the old habit. One way to go around that is to use the app and share your location, and that way, the lights will turn on automatically as soon as you approach your home. Now let's assess. Am I happy with these lights? I'm very, very happy with these lights. Will you be able to find cheaper on the market? Yes, absolutely. But the compatibility with all devices, all assistants is, I think, very important. They are very responsive. The Philips Hue app is easy to use, gives you a lot of flexibility that you won't find elsewhere. And I think the starter kit is a very good first step for anyone trying to experiment with smart home equipment. All right, let's end the video right here. As always, shoot your questions down below in the comments and I'll answer them. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with the coming videos, and I'll see you again in the next one.